AI has virtually found its way into every sector, even in our religions. Yes. The people using it are the problem. Whatever you're putting out there for people to consume is true. Fact check. Don't viewers, if you're listening to me, go to all the AI tools. You will see that Gemini says I can make mistakes. So before you put out this content, fact check. Even ChatGPT, Claude, a lot of them are saying this, but we have vec prompts, we have weak prompts, we have quality prompts. So quality prompting does not still mean that the output will be good. It doesn't mean that the output will be accurate. Like I said earlier, the thing is, a lot of people are saying that, what's there? I've belonged in this craft, and I don't think anything is going to come in the form of AI and take my job or replace me. But it's happening already. Information is power. With artificial intelligence, the numerous way of getting things done easier, as it's just all over the internet now. You don't try to dent the image of another just because you want to gather followers, want to gather clicks, engagement, and the rest of that. If you're honest, at the long run, all these things, they will come. The truth is, it has come. AI has come to stay. So people are like, how then do we connect to this artist if this artist is not real? If this artist is AI, then do we connect? Forget about connecting to the artist. Connect to the music.
Hello and welcome to the third episode of Sit at the Edge podcast. My name is Precious Elubo, and today joining me is one of my very own. She's a vast storyteller, and she's also an AI content strategist. She's very well known on LinkedIn, Divine Brawndy herself. Welcome, Divine.
Thank you so much.
Also, congratulations on becoming AJN 2026 ambassador.
Thank you.
I'll start by asking you, this brand storytelling of a thing, what does it really mean?
So brand storytelling or a brand storyteller is a professional or a marketer or a marketing professional who tells stories about a brand's identity, visions, ideas, bringing engaging narrative to users and potential ads out there. So that is who a brand storyteller is. And that is what I'm doing for small and medium scale enterprises. I work with founders, small and medium scale enterprises of all sizes to help them bring their ideas into actualization, helping them to shape their visions, helping them to shape their ideas, whatever they are confused about. That is what I do with them. I work with them. I help them to bring these ideas into actualization.
So brand storytelling is more like marketing, is that it?
It's not just, if you put it that way, it will just look as if it's marketing. No, it's more like building an understandable brand, a brand that is well understood, that if somebody out there, should come across this particular name, they'll be like, I heard this name before. Oh, there was something they did. It's more like memorability. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's not just about marketing. If you put it that way, you just be out there putting up marketing content, and people would, would just, get used to this aspect of you just dishing out marketing content, but there is nothing really substantial, holding them glued to your brand. So there has to be this memorability. There has to be this unique value proposition about your brand that people can literally stick to you despite, the challenges. Maybe at the long run, business is all about challenges. It's also about, winning. So it's not full of beds of roses. People will stick to a brand that is authentic. People will stick to a brand that is real, a brand that doesn't fake it. They don't fake their selling value proposition. They are very, very authentic about their product and services.
Most brands these days are marketing with AI UGC. And what do you think about this AI UGC and this branding of it?
Okay. First of all, a lot of people out there have been hearing about AI UGC, and for us to even dive into this conversation, let's understand what this AI UGC is all about, because so many people just want to, dive into a particular skill or dive into a particular niche just because it's actually bringing, it's raining, or that's the trending thing. All right. So people really need to understand why they are opting into something. So AIUGC is the full meaning of that um, abbreviation is AI user generated content. That is the full meaning of the abbreviation. So what is really this AI user generated content? AI user generated content is when a brand uses artificial intelligence, to create, to create content that looks like real people sharing reviews or experiences without using actual humans. That is what AI UGC is. It's not like they are using avatars, digital avatars, AI voices to create videos or testimonials, but it's not real. But it can look real. It makes people to stay engaged throughout the whole process. What AI UGC is all about. And for brands that are using this strategy to, put out content online, is actually a very innovative and lucrative way to go about brand storytelling and, innovative marketing, because that is what is currently trending. But it's not just about the fact that it's trending, it's about the fact that you have a goal. What goal do you want to attain? Do you want to attain or achieve at the end of the day? By leveraging AI UGC, you really need to understand why you're using this thing. Because when there is a why and there is a clear reason and purpose, the goal will be actualized at the end of the day. So it's not bad. It is not bad to use this AI UGC for your marketing, whatever you want to do, by putting it out there. You're trying to tell a story. Once that story is being told and is authentic, people connect to it.
Hmm.
So it's actually a very good way of marketing, at least a very good, innovative digital way of marketing.
For me, most people, buy from people they know, people they trust. I mean, if I want to buy a brand personally or I want to buy a product, I like looking at the brand. And most of the brand advertisements are based on, human influencers. Don't you think AI UGC may be a bad reputation for this brand?
You know, I think using human influencers or using AI UGC for marketing, it depends on what the brand wants to attain at the end of the day. And this is technology we are talking about. If you're not evolving or if you're not integrating this to
If you are currently enjoying this video, I'd love to ask you for a favor. Please, I'd love you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. My team and I, we are putting in a lot of effort to be able to bring videos like this to our podcast every Thursday. So please subscribe to our podcast. You can share with your family, your friends, like, comments, and also let us know in the comment section who you want us to bring next on our podcast, and we will try our best to bring who you want to our podcast. So yeah, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. That's the only way you can support us. So please like, subscribe, and also share to family members and your friends also. Yeah, let's go back into the video.
your workflow. Even the influencers, these human influencers, majority of them is bringing this tool into their workflow. But a lot of people are not just honest about it. Most of them criticize this tool online, but they are leveraging it to create content daily. Now, that is where being honest about using AI comes into this conversation. Because when you're honest about it, I think even if you're using AI UGC to market your products or services, but if you're not being honest about it and you're making it look as if it's from your own efforts alone, I think once a trust has been broken, no matter how good the product is, a customer, a lead, a potential client might not want to buy from you. Or for those people that have already purchased from you, but along the way that trust gets broken, they might not want to stay anymore, because what actually keeps a brand, going for a very long time is trust. That's just it. Trust, credibility, and honesty. If you're using this AI UGC to market your products or to, market your services. You need to be very, very, very honest about it. And for human influencers, AI uses it just actually, they upped the game. They really, really upped the game because as a brand storyteller, and I know that using AI UGC is more like it's less expensive. I'm not gonna go and spend my budget on a human influencer who is going to bill me like 500,000 naira to do marketing content for a day, just a day. Realistic digital avatar with AI voice to, assemble these elements of marketing together and, still put out my marketing content. And at the end of the day, people that come across this marketing content, they get hooked and they understand that the value I'm trying to communicate about what I'm offering is gonna solve their problem. They definitely would want to try my product. And once that product or services, solve the problem they have, they are gonna repurchase and repurchase and stick to my brand again and again. So it's all about being honest.
Most business owners now are trying to transition because of the less cost into AI UGC. That means our brand influencers are charging them like more for promotion, their product promotion. So they're trying to transition. So that means there is hope for this AI or AI UGC will take the space of influencing. So
People transitioning into leveraging AI UGC for marketing is not even about the fact that AI human influencer marketing or content marketing, the manual way of creating marketing for your products, it's it's expensive. No, it's not just about the cost. Do you understand?
yeah,
Some people have this reason of opting for AI UGC marketing because of the cost, but the majority reason is the ease and speed. The ease and speed is what makes it seamless, is what makes it, easier for people. People can literally, push out content just within a day, no matter how long that took them. They could literally pull it all together by leveraging AI UGC. So it's less about the cost and more about the speed, the efficiency to using this tool to dish out content online.
that means with these AI influencers, we did take away these human influencers from this content creation space.
Both needs each other. The influencers that refuse to adopt this tool, the influencers that refuse to, and with the seamless way of is it putting out content, influencers that have adopted this tool, they've honed the skill of using AI to install that content. They are the ones that will replace this ones that are still trying to create content manually and the rest of that. And like I said earlier, the thing is, a lot of people are saying that what's there? I've been long in this craft, and I don't think anything is gonna come in the form of AI and take my job or replace me. But it's happening already. When you're obsolete, you become outdated. Information is power. With artificial intelligence, the numerous way of getting things done easier as it's just all over the internet. And some people are just there trying to get from processes and they call it creativity or being a true professional. What does true professional actually mean? Like what does and like that statement sometimes baffles me because I try to understand what does being a true professional actually mean, because a true professional is actually a creative person. It's a person that can adopt, adjust, adapt, and is able to make use of anything at all to put out, engaging and valuable content out there. It's not just about you're still obsolete, you're still doing it from scratch. No, it's not about that.
Most I've heard a content creator who is an influencer say something recently, and he said AI can't take his job, just like you mentioned, that AI is going to replace AI avatar might likely replace them, if they don't adapt to the fast development of UGC. He said AI can't take his job because most people, like I started by saying, people buy from people. So most people might not likely believe AI testimonials, about a product. So this, because I've seen products of, AI trying to do testimonial reviews, what normal influencers do. Do you think that a point might likely come where we, as human customers, will likely get used to seeing AI testimonial and, still purchase the product? Or do you think there might be a fusion in product purchasing?
Well, to create reviews and testimonials, this thing has to, lived experiences. Okay. What I would say in that aspect is leverage AI UGC to create content about a product, talk about the features, talk about the project, talk about the what you're working on. Even if you're using it to create review, take it from this aspect. You have 10 purchases from, different from 10 different clients. They've purchased this product. They have given, a review, a good review about this product. And most clients don't want to appear on video, but they are ready to give us the written review, right? So for businesses that wants to, leverage it to get these reviews across to millions of, users online, the, clients or the customers, they can, use digital avatars to, digital avatars of these clients, these people that have purchased from them, to talk about the product, talk about what the product did for them, the solution it provides to them, and the rest of that. But don't fake a review that has not happened. No, that's where I don't support that. Don't fake a review or testimonial that has not happened.
Yeah, like you said, most brands don't understand this. I do see some brands, for example, they want to sell something and they're like, "Oh, I just use this product." I'm like, "How did AI use this product?" you know. But the fact that you were able to explain that, if they have reviews already, they can just make use of UGCs to pass the content out in visual forms. But don't you think um that I'm scared. I'm scared of AI because now we have people or these contents AI
Why?
UGC guys.
Why?
We have these AI UGC guys that can take someone's face and put it, to create content. Do you think do you think that this might likely cause more harm in, with the fast development, especially on agent? Do you think that it might likely cause more harm to the human space itself? The human space itself.
Yeah, doing that causes more harm to the human race. That's why a lot of people are just afraid of the potency of the potential of AI at the long run, because already this tool is becoming more realistic every bit of the uh, people find that state companies are creating their putting out AI tools. Like every time you get to hear a new release about this tool, so a lot of people are becoming scared because lately people have been complaining of how their faces have been replaced with another face, how it's a little bit. And let me not go into details. The interface of the tool saying that for example, ChatGPT literally said it, that I can make mistake. That is what ChatGPT said. Same thing with Gemini, Nano Banana. These tools have literally, say it openly that they are prone to mistake. So if there's any error being made out there, it is from the prompter or the professional, whoever put out that content, because you don't just dump a prompt into these tools and you copy it and put out. You need to sit down, refine. Of let's come to image generation. A lot of people are in the process of creating content. A lot of people are into celebrity gossips, right?
Yeah.
Most content styles now gets to bring in celebrity gossip, trying to inform readers about the latest trend, the latest gist and gossip going on in celebrity,
Yeah.
let me say celebrities lifestyle. So you don't try to, um, dent the image of someone just because you want to, create content and put it out there for people to consume. No, you must be honest about your content now and always. People they will literally stick to your brand for a very long time if you're honest about your content, if you're authentic in your content style. You don't try to dent the image of another just because you want to gather followers, want to get is it clicks, engagement, and the rest of that. If you're honest at the long run, all these things they will come. Just make sure that your messaging is just right. It's quality. It's true. It's not trying to tarnish the reputation of someone else just so that you can shine. No. So using AI UGC to create images that aren't real about a particular person, it causes a lot of harm, and that is why a lot of people are just being restrained from leveraging this tool. But the truth is, it has come. AI has come to stay. It has come. It has come. And there's no two ways about it. There's literally what anybody can do about it. If you want to still create from manual processes, keep doing it. But at the long run, you will come back and, want to use this tool. And maybe by that time, something might have been, something might have, you might have lost something precious or valuable. Do not use this tool. Using the tool ethically matters. If others are using it the wrong way, you don't have to follow, point on it and live on that and, criticize the tool. No, you can be different. You can use the tool to tell a different story.
You said something that a lot of people, especially me, I don't want to believe the fact that AI has come to stay. You said it so, you said it so sure of yourself, like AI has come to stay. I was like, can't we remove this? Because I'm so scared. I saw a picture, especially this blogger thing. I saw a picture of a celebrity and they made a tweet saying this celebrity stuff. Don't you feel like, oh, with the rate of scandal will it increase over time with these bad bloggers? How can, you know, you know, or should every AI content have a specific disclaimer that this post or this image was generated with AI?
Yes, these social media apps, there's a feature, this disclaimer feature that, warrants creators, to um marks like you get to mark that feature by saying that yes, this content was created with AI. But I think a lot of people are not using that. A lot of people are overriding that. They'll be like, just because they want to pass a message and because they have this ulterior motive, they don't want to check that feature. But every social media app has that disclaimer, AI disclaimer feature. So AI is not the problem. The people using it are the problem. It is the people using it that is the problem, not AI. AI is just innocent about all this malicious defamations, hateful content. AI is innocent. AI is not the problem in this age now. It is the people using it that is the problem. The people using it are misusing the tool. They are not just being credible. They are not being honest. They are not just, they are just trying to create content that will go viral. And in the process of doing that, they are hurting the next person or they are hurting the next brand. So AI is never the problem. It has never been the people using it are the problem. Because AI is very, very open. AI has said that it can make mistakes. So you constantly have to fact check. The tool says fact check. Fact check this content you just generated with me to make sure that whatever you're putting out there for people to consume is true. Fact check. Don't just copy and paste. So AI is not the problem. Viewers, if you are listening to me, go to all the AI tools. You will see that Gemini says, I can make mistakes. So before you put out this content, fact check. Even ChatGPT, Claude, a lot of them are saying this, but a lot of people will just dump, they will put this, prompts in, they will dump it into the tool. And this prompt, we have vague prompts, we have weak prompt, we have quality prompt. So quality prompting does not still mean that the output will be good. It doesn't mean that the output will be accurate. You still have to fact check and refine and edit and structure. As a professional, that is where your creativity and professionalism comes into play. That you get it a quality prompt does not mean that the result will be quality. You still need to sit down and fact check. Fact check to make sure that this result that the tool has given you is right. Then before you can put it out there for people to consume.
AI is not the problem, you know. It's the
Yeah.
thought about, people. The intention of people doing something is what matters most, not the result of what they did. Actually, actually, I saw on the internet that an AI artist, that's an AI song, she sings songs, was bought for over 2 million plus. That's crazy. Like, how would a record label be signing an AI, creator? Like, I don't know, walk me through it. What's your thought about it? Because for me, I find it crazy. We have many artists that are good, talented, can sing, human, you know. Is it that, and they're getting an AI for over $2 million plus? So is it that, like, this same thing of content creation is still entering our music industry with AI, UGC?
The thing is, that question is very necessary, or let me say it's very, very necessary. AI has virtually find its way into every sector, even the music sector, even even in our religions. Yes, I'm not going to mention any religion, but a lot of people are using AI to pass out messages about their faith. Do you get? So yes, AI has eaten deep into into every sector. You ask about the music sector particularly. So I don't know if you've come across AI music videos, AI audio music. It's literally realistic. Like you can't even tell. I have some on my playlist. You can't even tell. There are people are just being creative. See, let's forget about the fact that these tools are, finding its way into all the industry. It is people. Okay, let's talk about the creativity. For someone to be able to, make AI use digital avatars to sing good, vocals, the beats, the solo, the literally everything. And you could listen to it and you vibe to the music. That's creativity. But the issue people are having is this too is just trying to, um, take over the true artist. That is how they put it. Say, it's been there for a very long time. We've been making music. So AI does not have a place in this industry. Is it really true? It's not true. Very big impact to make in music industry. In every industry, AI has an impact. If you don't want to use AI to make music, you can use AI to produce beats and sound. I think where most artists or most people are having issue with AI in music creation is when just generating the whole thing and putting it out there. The persona or the avatar singing it is not real. So people are like, how then do we connect to this artist if this artist is not real? If this artist is AI, then do we connect? Forget about connecting to the artist, connect to the music. Because the person that produced the music has an aim. He or she wants to be known. The person's biography about the person is there on the wall. So aside the fact that, and for this person to say this is an AI music, that tells you that There are professionals that are ready to open about this and they are honest. And these people are making money because they are honest about it. See, it's not everybody that will support what you're doing, but there are still people out there that need that service, that need that particular thing that you're doing. You're selling something, you're selling a product, you're selling a service, whether it's a digital service, a digital product, or physical product. However, which there will always be a buyer in need of that thing. So whatever you're doing in terms of business, in terms of selling, marketing, and all this, it's not for everybody. It is not everybody that will buy from you, but there will always be someone, there will always be people that will need that thing you're offering. So AI is not doing AI is not causing any harm. It is the people that is using it that is causing harm. Can AI operate in itself? AI
Hmm.
cannot operate itself. AI needs a prompt to be able to work. AI cannot operate itself. AI needs a human to, give it a command to work.
The authenticity, I honestly we agree with something you said. You said most times we like to develop things from scratch. But if we can just adapt, like you've been saying, just let us adapt a part of AI, not the full, So for music, we can make, because I love writing songs, but I don't have good vocals. So that means I can get, at that time, I remember when I was much younger, we have to go to the studio, go and beg if we want to beg, or we don't know how we get beats, downloading instruments were not easy at that time. So with our AI now, we can get the beats, especially for upcoming artists now, get the beat with AI and just vibe to it. Then put yourself, this is nice because I didn't see it this way because we can now create many songs in a week and push out all these songs, for people to get to know us. So this is actually nice. I think artists listening to this podcast need to, make use of this innovation. But what about AI podcasting? How can, because now it's two, avatars talking to each other, just like we are doing our own podcast currently. Imagine it was AI, there won't be, you know, the the vibe of it, the human combination. I for having to watch AI videos most times, if it's for cartoon, I will say okay, it's fine. But trying to watch a AI human video like UGC videos, I don't feel that. Oh, okay, okay. So how is it now going to come in podcasting? Because I saw an agent, they just released a future for AI podcasting.
Agent has it all. Agent has it all. Agent has all the tools. And agent is as realistic as human is. Every AI company that offers video generation services, they've integrated agent into their workflow for their users. But let's not go into that. You're talking about, or you're asking me about my view or my thoughts on AI podcasts. And I don't know what your expectations are, but I'm going to say this from my perspectives and opinion and what I think about AI podcasts, majorly for those creators using it. For creators that are leveraging AI to create a realistic podcast, I think they have their reasons for doing that. And as an AI content strategist, as a professional working at the intersection of AI, technology, business, and the all of that, I want to say this. People are really, really, out of resources. Before now, a lot of people that have come to, terms with the fact that AI is here to help them actualize their dreams. AI is here to help them build on their dreams. AI is here to assist them to, bring that creation, to bring that ideas into reality. They are the people leveraging this tool. And AI podcast is actually a good innovation to podcast video making. Have their reasons for using AI podcasts in their content creation. Some people lack resources like a good background. Some people lack resources like the funds to, acquire content creation. Some people lack resources to, shoot videos, go to different locations, maybe um, patronize studio services. So, people like that. For people like that, they are the ones leveraging AI podcasts, to tell a story or to, talk about something, a particular topic. So AI podcast is actually very, very innovative. It's an innovative way of making, is it podcast style content? And it's just so beautiful to what people are creating out there. And for those persons that are really doing very well with AI podcast style videos, I must say their creativity is top notch. But for those persons that I don't know, some of the AI podcasts I've watched over time is just so appalling, because if you're leveraging if you're doing something about AI podcast, you should be able to be very good and unique and creative. But people are really making use of this AI podcast style of content creation very well. So my thought on this is that it's here to bless people that need it. It's not bad. It's very good. Except you're using it to, make a conversation about, is it something you're not supposed to do, or defame the next person. Exception of that, but AI podcast style of content creation is very beautiful. It's very beautiful. I've seen people literally bringing their creativity to life with AI podcast style of content creation.
So should we expect?
And to also add to that, I have I have seen, I've literally had conversation with my colleagues, and they've told me, for those people that have studio and the rest of that, they've told me that Hmm. AI is taking over their job. Or some of them are very honest about it. But the thing is, I told them AI is not taking over your job. If you can integrate this tool into your services, you put it out there on your banner, whatever you put out as, is it a marketing content, that this is what you're offering. People will come to you and they will still patronize you. But when you're trying to say, you're being real, you're creating authentic, you're creating from scratch, who wants content from scratch? Nobody wants content from scratch. There are people that need it with ease. They need it very fast. They need it at a speed. They want it easy. They want it now. They want it affordable. So why don't you, as a creative professional, why don't you bring this to inculcate this tool into your workflow, and is it learn to grow with it?
So AI is the fast food of our generation. How saturated is this AI UGC content environment? Because if more people are trying to integrate this into their production, don't you think, because we are going to have AI very soon all over our faces, don't you think it might likely reduce the value of AI creation, this UGC creation? And people will want to go back to human influencer or human podcasting.
When you say reduce the value of AI itself, AI does not have any feelings. So it is the person that is using it that would, is it lose that, whatever the person is using it for. The people that will stand that at the long run are people that have learned to refine their messaging. They've learned to structure with the tool. They've actually become better at their crafts with AI. Like I said, people that are, saying all manner of hateful speech about this too are people that have not come to the fact that this is what is currently in existence, is here to stay. Then if they are not coming to into is it to terms with the fact that AI is here to, stay, and they are not using the tool, They should be ready to be replaced. And as for those professionals that are leveraging the tool, but they are not being creative about whatever they're using the tool for. Maybe they are using it to produce content, they are using it to, make work easier for them. If they are not being, creative about it, people that will, grow at the long run, people that will become so, is it needed, like their services will be needed at the long run, are those people that have refined structure and improved on their messaging. And like I said earlier, people that are authentic about this tool, they are using this tool. Like, you're using this tool to create content, and you don't want to tell someone that you're using this tool to create content, and you're defaming this tool. Your content style says that AI can never um, replace writers. AI actually is true. Actually, that is true. AI will not replace writers. Good writers that knows how to write, that knows their onions, and are using this to make writing faster, are the ones that will replace bad writers. AI is not replacing anyone. It is creative and innovative professionals that will replace those bad ones.
So it's going to fit out. Now we are going to know the professionals at their feed with AI.
Yes, we have professionals that have become better with their, at their craft. Then we have professionals that have become worse at their craft. Why? Different professionals using same tool. One is better, one is going down by the day. You could literally tell when a content is robotic or sloppy. And this other professional is very good. He or she openly said, I use AI to work. And you look at their content, how are they doing it? They should be studied. Then this other one still uses AI, but there's no improvement. There's no improvement. So professionals that are very, 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 you know, good in this are the ones that would, stick for a very long time. They are the ones that will stand the test of time.
I would just like us to take one more question. I'd like to ask you one question as we wrap this session. You said something about writing. LinkedIn content writers these days are using it's evident that it's AI or AI. I go through most people posts, and I just see AI. There's no audacity. There's no real, this human connection. Sometimes I read the content. Do you think that this AI is reducing the reasoning of most people, especially on social media platform? Because people don't tend to like type, at least a very nice, informative content writing. Are you against using AI to write, especially on social media like LinkedIn for professionals?
Okay, before I answer that, I literally have come to, this realization that with the advent of AI, people are no longer, you know, having real conversation. You could literally, want to have conversation with someone on social media, let's say on messaging apps like WhatsApp, even on LinkedIn messaging feature, and you just see a single reply. They prefer, is it talking on call, and even on call too. You cannot even get this real conversation out from them, and you're like, this person is writing every day. Is he or she is publishing write-ups every day on LinkedIn? Then what is the problem? You could literally also see it from the comment section, their comment section. The conversations are not there. Like, you could leave a very good comment, and you need a response, or you need to hear from them, and they'll be like, great, share, nice, this and that. And you'll be like, is this the same person that wrote this post? Because it's very questionable. And I don't blame people for, calling out people that call out this tool. Like I said, AI is not the problem. It is the people using it that is the problem. So don't call out AI. Call those people out. I'm against, yes, I'm against people using AI to write. But does it mean I am saying don't use AI to write? Use AI to structure your write-ups. Use AI to refine your messaging, but don't let it do the writing for you. It cannot reason for you. You are the one to reason for it. You're the one to tell it, this is what I want, or how do we bring this thing into actualization? Let it work with you. Let it assist you, but don't let it do the job for you. AI is, it's, it's simply a tool. It's just like you going to the farm. You carried your cutlass or your is it a shovel to go and do some farm work. You go there and you drop the chat. So you start weeding the grass and all that. It's not possible. So if you carry the prompt or an idea and give it to the tool, say, oh yeah, generate this for me. It will generate, but it will generate a vague, a weak, and unstructured response for you. And if you're not a true professional, you will just copy it and dump it out there on your wall for people to read the trash you just, published. Professionals, true professionals are ones that pay attention to whatever they are publishing out there audience, for their audience to read. True professionals are ones that, get to judge and reason. Is this thing okay for the next person to consume? Using AI does not replace the fact that there is need for judgment. There is need for, refinement. There is need for structure. There is need for you to just sit down again and go through this manually. That is what that is who a true professional is. Not just because AI is here to make it seamless and easy. It does not take the fact that you don't have any job to do. You still have a job to do. Work with the tool. Don't let the tool do the job for you. The tool is here to help you and say, okay, this is the idea I'm suggesting to you. You still can think about the idea and say, okay, let's do it this way. You have to still judge it. Judge it. That is who a true professional is. And yes, the app, LinkedIn, a lot of creators are just publishing AI sloppy content and the rest of that. It's very obvious that everybody is talking about it. Everyone is talking about it. I mean, it's very obvious that when you come across an a post that was written by an AI, like you could literally tell this is an AI post. That is a slop. So I'm against professionals. I'm against writers. I'm against authors just dumping a prompt to say, okay, write about communication. Why would you tell an AI to write about communication? And you expect it to do it very well? It will write about communication, no, but there will always be small errors in it. And if your end wasn't to, dish out good content for your audience to read, it's just for you to just publish so that you can have comments and all that. Man, you will get it. So, but the people that are engaging on your content are not the ones that will buy from you. The ones that will buy from you might not even comment. They may never comment. They may be watching you, and you might lose a gig to the next person just because of what your content is not appealing. Your content, there's no value in it. You think by having applause, thousands of comments, reactions, and reposting does the heavy lifting. It does not. People that pays for services, they almost never engage. They don't engage. What they do, they take action by sending you a DM. They take action by clicking on your website. That is the kind of action they take. They don't comment. And that is where a lot of professionals are getting it wrong, that you have comments on your post, on the content you've been publishing does not mean that your customers are in there. Out of the thousands engagement you have, if you even find 1% of, lead there, you are even lucky. Most of the leads would rather send you a DM. They want to close they will want to start the conversation and close it in a private way, not in a public way. One thing I've come to discover about lead. I've discovered that leads, they like privacy. Do you understand? They like privacy. They don't like public, is it display? They like privacy. So don't expect that because people are saying, wow, beautiful. Oh, well said, articulated. Don't think that your clients have read the post. They are just studying you. They will not go. Your clients they are just studying you. Your potential leads are just studying you. They almost don't engage. They never. It's very rare if they do. But I can assure you that what they do is to take action. They take action.
Hmm. Oh wow. I from brand storytelling to AI influencers down to AI podcasting and music and now LinkedIn content writers. AI is really doing a lot. I just feel is like you said, is the right use and proper guidance. Content that is, has clarity in it. But one more thing, if you had 1 minute, to sit down with this UGC creator, these influencers, LinkedIn content writers, especially the LinkedIn content writers, you know, and you are to give only one piece of advice in just 1 minute, what will you what would it be?
My advice to creators, my advice to professionals, to writers, to UGC creators, and the rest of that, be authentic and don't switch context. Don't jump into different style of content just because it is trending. Let your audience know you for one thing. Let them know you for what you represent. Don't confuse your audience because if you do, you might never really ever have any gig. Yes, you might be posting, you're having that interaction on your post, but that is just the surface level of it too. So be authentic, show up authentically, engage in conversation, meaningful conversation, and not just surface level conversation that does not have any substantial meaning. Posting it does not end after posting. It does not end after publishing. It does not end after logging in and logging out. It like there is more to content creation or content writing than just publishing it online. So be authentic, be honest, be credible. Let people know you for one thing. You can like the word. Someone will listen to me right now and say, "How about versatility? Be versatile, but do not do this one, do this one, do this one. You can, see how to integrate, see how to, align, be in alignment with your core, but don't switch, don't jump into different style of content and call it, is it trending or virality, all in the sake of virality. Virality does not equate income. It can never, ever hit a um, measure up to the amounts you're going to be getting at the end of the day. Mm-mm. Virality is good, no doubt, but there are virality that will still dent your image. If at the end of the day you're creating content and your aim is for this content to reach millions of people, to have gather millions of views, is that the utmost goal? That is not the utmost goal because it might, but if it's not, going to the right people that it's designed for, you have ended up wasting, your time, doing content that just break the virality. I was listening to a video on TikTok and the speaker said something that creating content and going viral, is it good? Fine, it might, no doubt. But have you ever sat down to ask yourself, thank God though I've gone viral, but why is my income level still at this, still at this, is it point? Why am I not growing in terms of income? Ask yourself, what do you need to refine? Where do you need, adjustment? Because if you're not thinking about this, you're creating content that gathers applause, but you're not creating content that is making you money. I make money from my content. If I'm not making money, I won't be repeating my messaging. I won't be showing up online. I make money. But a lot of people are creating content for virality, you're going viral, but your in- income level is zero. What are you not doing right? What value are you not giving out? So my message, my advice, what I'm gonna be leaving with everyone today is adjust, refine, structure, be authentic. Sit down for a minute and ask yourself, what do I want to achieve? Maybe you have a goal for this month, or maybe you have a goal for the next 3 months or for the next 6 months. Sit down and try to, adjust. What did you really need to, start doing for that positive change to occur?
Wow. Honestly, Divine, this is a masterclass, not just a podcast. You've broken down, branding, brand storytelling, AI, um, AI UGC, AI in music space, AI in podcast, the dangers, a lot. And for me, I've learned a lot. I really do, want to thank you for sharing all this in my own podcast. I feel so privileged. Thank you so much, Divine. It's really, really an honor to have you here. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you too.